Hello, boys and girls. This is our week 2 math lesson. This week we are going to use different shapes to make other known shapes. We're going to complete page 178 and page 179 in your math instruction book. So if you could, please turn to page 178 and we're going to begin there. It should look like mine. And we will just be drawing these shapes at home since we're not at school to use our pattern shapes. Alright, I'm going to draw a shape up here on our board. And you will recall this shape from last week. We learned attributes of this shape. My shape drawing's not the best, so just bear with me. Does anyone recall what shape that is? Yes, it is a rectangle. Now, what two shapes might we use to make this rectangle? If we wanted to use two separate shapes, combine them to make this rectangle. What about we use two squares? Let's see if we place two squares, or draw, in your case, two squares to see if they will make that shape. Okay, and here I'm trying to get them up here where I can tape them. Okay, if we combine two squares, it does make a rectangle. So you can draw those on your paper. So we have combined two shapes together to form one shape. Here was two squares we combined together to make a rectangle. Now, let's put together two triangles so that one full side of each shape is touching. And let's see what our new shape is. So if you're working at home and you're drawing your two triangles, they are going to be touching each other on the full side. It will look something like mine. Or you may recognize this shape better if we turn it this way. Either way, it's the same shape. Okay. Can anyone tell me what's the new shape that we have created? You're right. It is a rhombus. So we use two triangles to create a rhombus. Lastly, let's look and see if we put two trapezoids together. What is our new shape? Okay, our new shape would be a what? Right, a hexagon. Very good. So we will be practicing more combining shapes together this week to make one shape. So you'll use multiple shapes, combine them together to make one shape. Very good. Now let's turn to page 179 in your math instruction book. And here they have presented us with a challenge. Okay, they want us to use three different shapes to make a hexagon. Okay, so we have to come up with three shapes now to make a hexagon. If you recall, we used, on our previous page, we used two trapezoids to create a hexagon. So let's go ahead and put, I'm going to get my trapezoid back off this paper. But let's go ahead and put, for our first shape that we're going to use, let's go ahead and put our trapezoid back up here. So go ahead and draw you a trapezoid. That gets half of our hexagon taken care of that we've got to create. And now that leaves us with only two more shapes that we can use to create this hexagon. Okay, now I'm going to help you out here. We're going to use a rhombus as one of our other shapes, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and put my trapezoid It's up there. I'm going to go ahead and put this rhombus up there. It's kind of hard to see if I got them on there. Okay, now we only like one shape completing this. Can anyone guess what shape that would be to make our hexagon? Right, it is a triangle is all we like completing this. And so you'll just draw yours. Oh, mine's kind of turned sideways there. See if I can straighten it up. I'm trying to use tape to hold these on. It's not going to work out very well, but we're just making do. Okay, so there we go. So now I have a hexagon I can put up here to make sure that we have created that. And you would see that we do have our hexagon. So we did create a hexagon using only 3 shapes. As you work this week and complete your activities in your workbooks and on your iReady Math, if you were to need help, remember to reach out to your teachers on their Remind. I hope you have a great week.